to kill a dichotomy. The fuck am I talking about? Everybody has a certain level of right and wrong, good or bad, black and white, right and wrong, good and evil, all that kind of stuff. And one of the things that people do, I find most insulting, when they have that embrace of, when they embrace that kind of dichotomy. When you're in tune with your emotions, if you're happy, be happy. And if you're pissed, show your rage. Especially if there's a focus, right? If you're pissed off in general, you know, find your zone, find your center, that kind of thing. Find your balance. But I remember I went off and I voiced my disdain over something just to have somebody basically tell me I'm going to, you know, that this is a side of me that they didn't like to see. I was upset over an issue or topic. It was dealing with my school in a nutshell. And I was voicing my disdain, and the person I did this with felt like, you know, uneasy or bad about how, you know, because I felt bad about it. But it was like I felt like I was being punished for feeling these things, you know, the natural feelings of things. And when you have someone who tries to control or criticize or control through criticism of your emotions, you know, people try to say the words like, try to stay positive. I see this a lot with metaphysical shops, and it's a bunch of smoke being blown up your fucking ass. And, you know, people want to go off. I've seen where they act like born-again Christians, where they get this euphoric state. They all look like heroin addicts after they shot up. They're all, you know, they're all fucked up in the head. And they like this state of euphoria. They like this state of presumed heightened consciousness, but it's an illusion. It's a psychological escape. You know, that good feeling. Well, that good feeling, whether it be through your drug use, whether it be, you know, through this social environment where you might find an epiphany. But when you go off and you see the other side, or you express the other side, for instance, and people only want to see this or experience this positive end, they don't know how to handle it because they're chasing the dragon. They're chasing the good. They're chasing whatever the fuck makes them feel fuzzy and warm inside. My rage makes me feel fuzzy and warm inside sometimes. Especially if you know how to use it correctly. So when you go off and you have a problem, don't make it yours. Don't make it other people's bullshit either if that's not deserving. But be in touch with your emotions. You know, I did a fundraiser. I grabbed a hot pot. I was in the middle of the word fuck, and I realized where I was at. So I did the thing, you know. Why did I hold back? Long story short, I have to behave where I'm at. I can still be me, just PG-13 me. So I got a little criticism, and of course what happened? 10 minutes later, the person who was kind of giving me the criticism touched the hot pot. What did I do? I was in that person's face going, mm-hmm. You know, and what you saying? I said nothing. You were thinking it because I could hear it from here. You know, that kind of shit. But this is the same. This is also the same person who didn't like to see my negative side, my dark side. And the thing is, I don't have a dichotomy. I don't have a negative or positive. I'm just plain old me. I'm a happy me, and I'm a pissed off me. I'm a all the emotions. It's all about me, because that's what I am. But a lot of people want to sit there, only embrace other people of a positive nature. If you have a problem, who fucking wants to hear it? Sometimes I do. But if you're an idiot who can't, sometimes it's good to voice your opinion. But if you're a person who just wants to hear yourself speak about your problems and not solve them, you're going to be alone. Common human behavior. So, if you're angry, at times it's good to bite your tongue, but understand why you're biting your tongue. If it's to make other people happy, fuck them. They're going to see a bad side come out of you. People see the positive out of me, and then they do see, quite frequently, and now most recently, a dark side of me. What does that mean? It means that we all have certain limitations of both spectrums. What makes us happy, what makes us sad, what makes us blissful, what makes us mad. So if they don't want to see you mad again, I just don't think they'll provoke you anymore, would they? But if you are acted or treated as a doormat and you allow it to happen, it will happen continuously. So embrace your emotions, understand what you're feeling, how you feel them, and understand the true nature of what you're feeling versus some bullshit, and then go and run with it. I get the biggest kick when people try to censor, want to control one another. Bottom line, like I said before in my other videos, even on the internet, they want to control your content and not change the channel. Now imagine this in real life, not the virtual world, where people want to control the way you feel and how you act or behave, where what comes out naturally. It's kind of like being a parent and you have a kid who got pissed off at this other kid and punched him. We all say don't do it, but that's all we do. We put the thumb down on their fucking head, tell them how to behave. Instead of saying, he pissed you off and you punched him, right? Mm-hmm. You don't do it in front of adults. My version of right and wrong is going to be a lot different than other people's. Because, point simply, repressing someone earlier in life will make them explode later in life. Ask me how. Good example, furthermore, look at Columbine. A lot of people were repressed by parents, social status, even in school. Who did they kill? The fucking people that repressed them. People were in horror over Columbine. I applauded Columbine. Because bullshit ends when bullets start flying, don't it? The world of reality hits you dead in the face when the person in front of you head explodes and their brain matter's on your lap. That kind of shit wakes you the fuck up. That reality of the nature of what you're doing is wrong and that person that you fucked over is correcting the situation. That is called repression. You repress someone's natural behavior rather than let them voice it out, you're going to have issues. Me, you'll know I'm coming. But I do know people in my life who do repress their shit. And I'm just waiting one day to either save bail or just wish them well in the electric chair. Because they are repressed people. I won't be repressed. Nor should you, in my opinion. Otherwise, you'll be facing a statistic of either being killed or being the killer. This is how I see life. For better or for worse. But it's a whole new level of objectivity on how I see things. So, if little Johnny punches little Jimmy in the face because he pissed him off, he might be right. But there's another voice of channeling that aggression. So, he can probably still voice his aggression, but he can voice it. I'll give you another form of repression. You ready? As a little kid, as all of us do, we all learn how to swear. Out of context, but we still do. I got in trouble for saying the word bull. Not bullshit. I got in trouble for that earlier. But I was like, I don't know, 2nd, 3rd grade. Had an argument with a kid in front of a teacher. And I said, that's just bull. Didn't say bullshit, just bull. And I got in trouble for saying bull. Why? Context, not content. And I looked at my teacher and I said, now you look it up in the dictionary, you tell me where I swore. Or you tell my mom and dad where I swore. And they're going to tell you that's bull. 3rd grade I was doing this. But the thing was, I learned at that age how to say what I needed to say and make a point across, even without the profanity. Me? I had so much repression in my profanity, I'm letting it out. I think it'll all leave me by the time I hit my deathbed. So there's no solace in the fact that I won't be saying anything else less than a profanity and how I express myself. But that's the thing. You gotta learn how to let it out. At least that's what I do. Anyways, my 2 cents for the day. Don't be repressed. There is no right and wrong in what you feel. Just know how to feel it, how to express it, and move on. That's about it. I'll talk about lamenting and festering over shit later, because that's what I do pretty good too sometimes. Anyways, I wish you well. You take care. Bye for now.